Now, I told you guys in the gameplay where I was going versus Tyreek Hill and the guy was trying to take me down the field every play that I would do a video on the breakdown on how I was slowing it down and stopping it and having people always in Tyreek Hill's area when he was trying to go down the field. That's today's video. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, become a member of the Wolf Pack. Now, I'm going to be in the Kansas City Chiefs defensive playbook and my thinking process, okay? Whenever I face Tyreek Hill or someone with a very fast wide receiver in regs, in MUT, you pretty much have it. It's all dependent on your team, I guess. If that, your secondary. If you have bums in the secondary, you're not going to stop the overpowered receivers. However, if you put up the money and the time and got you some good corners and safeties, then you'll be able to do what I'm showing you guys right now. So it's kind of weird in MUT because it's all dependent on how much you've already put into the game to have a secondary good enough to stop really good wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the nickel 3-3-5, you guys know that my base defense is going to be the cover 2 man. That's what I start off with. But if I start struggling, bro, okay? If I start struggling, I'm going to show you guys, because Tyreek Hill in regs can get over man defense. If your opponent is smart enough and he knows what routes to use, if you're trying to run clouds on Tyreek Hill and stuff like that with your safeties, it's not going to work. They're going to take you over the top. So you have to be very careful when you're playing someone who's good and uses the Chiefs. And I'll show you guys the things that I do to slow it down. First off, if you want to change your defensive personnel to safeties, and if you don't have enough people like right here, I have Damian Wilson. What I want is, well, actually I can put Watts there, but if you don't, you put your fast linebacker. So here it would be my man Junior. Okay, still not saying it, homies. All right, I'm not saying it. You can say it. I'm not saying it. YouTube on us. They honest. So you want to put safety. So Watts, probably want to use your fastest, right? So my user is always going to be this guy. All right. Not really. If you come to the depth chart, you go to your safeties, okay, and you'll see the speed on these guys, and that's who you want your user to be. One that's not a starter but is a safety. The next fastest one. So SS, we have speed. We have Thornhill, Thompson, Breland. These guys are actually corners. But you'll come down and you'll notice it. Look at Sneed, bro. Okay, Sneed is a 93. I think he's already in the lineup, though. So your next fast, I'm just going to leave Thompson where he's at, all right? And let me make sure I have actually Sneed in the lineup right here. Yeah, okay, we do. We got him right here. So let's go ahead and put Sneed on the left side because he would be my user. Just showing you guys in real time how you would do this, okay? Now, I haven't looked at the Chiefs personnel lately, so that's my fault. That's just a me thing, okay? So that's how I'm going to have it set up. Now, you guys know I use the cover 2 man. However, when I face someone who knows how to dot up this defense, I'll move to the Tampa 2. And then I'll move in between Tampa 2 and cover 3 sky drop. However, I'm going to show you guys the Tampa 2 with the cover 5 hybrid and the way I set it up. Okay, so this is going to be situational, man. Now, I should have used probably... It doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you guys the setup, okay? All right, so let's say I'm having trouble, okay, man. Then my man's looking over the top a lot, looking for the Tyreek Hill route. So I need to be able to figure out a way to slow that down. So what I do is I will base align my defense in this Tampa 2. So wire triangle left stick to the right. I'll base align, and then I'm changing my whole secondary. All 4 of these guys, well, except this guy. I'm going to leave him where he's at, all right? But all 4 of these guys, you can actually do it this way. Do it backwards. You can do it this way. So if the trips formation is on the left, you put Thornhill on an inside third. You'll put B on an outside third. So it look like this, right? And then you'll put this guy on an outside third. So it look like this. You see what I'm saying? You can do it that way, opposite of the trips formation. However, that's not how I do it typically. I shouldn't be telling you guys. I just do it the way I do it. I base align, take A inside third, B outside third, and X outside third. So inside third, outside third like this. And I leave the blue where he's at, like that. Okay. And then what I'll do is if I know he needs a lot of yards, right? This is passing, just so you guys, because people be like, oh, he'll run the ball. This is going to be situational. So if I know he has to pass, these are going to be the setups that I'm running with. Or if I know he's looking to pass, this is the set I'm going to be running with right here. You know what I mean? I should have baselined again. Okay, because that's the way you really want it to look. You want my man out there. And then I wouldn't press if I were you. I would just leave it the way it is, because remember, if you're facing a Tyreek Hill, if you press, he's automatically got the jump. Now, if you want to give him everything underneath, then you leave it the way it is and you try to use or whatever you want underneath. Pretty much the vertical routes, anything that they tries to throw real quick up the field are going to get picked off. But the flats, everything underneath is going to be open. And I know this when I'm facing opponents, depending on how far they're trying to throw the ball. So I'll leave that there. However, if my opponent is good and he's starting to dot up the outsides, right, then we can change. We can go into this formation. We'll do the same thing in this cover 2. So here's what I'm really getting at. He's going to be seeing cover 2. Whether they show him previous play or whatever, he's going to be seeing cover 2 shell. Now, my thing and my trick and what I try to tell you guys is use a cover 2, but make it something else. That is going to throw your opponent off. He's not going to know what to think because he's going to think routes that get open in cover 2 are going to be open. So let's assume he runs an outside fade. Like say Jackson on the left side is going to go on a streak. You see over here that it is weak. So right here on this edge, it's weak. You know what I'm saying? So I take that away. All right, flood concepts. I really don't worry about flood concepts. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to stop those as well from this formation. Also, be careful with your coaching adjustments as well. Use them sparingly whenever you're running the Tampa 2 because it'll get you caught up more times than not. So just running it all default at default is gonna help you more until we run the flood concept stoppers. Okay, so right here, remember we're taking inside third on A, outside third on B, outside third on X. Now my adjustments keep getting hung up in this game and I cannot stand it. And right now I have a really good look on how I want to stop Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? If it's him, I have a good look. He can't beat me in those weak spots of the cover 2. The only place that he's going to be able to stop me, maybe a skinny post right here and everything underneath. Now you have the option with your defense, and I would actually pinch my line. And you see me use this in my gameplays. I do this a lot. You know, when they're passing and they're looking for deeper yards, this is how I run my offense. My defense. Now, we can run something that I really like to use in Madden 21, and that is taking my vert hooks, my linebackers, X and A, and putting them on cloud flats like this. So now we do have the cloud flats. So now with your user, you already know deep post, anything quick right here. Slants. So you're going to be using the strong side of the formation, which is these receivers over here. Now he can get you with the tight end on a streak right here. He can high ball this right here. So this is where it becomes chess match. What are you going to use? Or you're always going to leave something open no matter what defense you run. Okay, something's always going to be open. Now, angle routes and stuff that they like to use their running back, what I'll do is, just because 2 and a 3-man pass rush is really good. I don't know why I let him snap the ball. The 2 and a 3-man pass rush is really good. I would just put a spy on the middle DT. He's gonna stop angle routes. He's gonna get in the way. So putting Jones and it's kind of like a double-edged sword because we're not able to use his ability if we do this. However, if you're expecting pass, then it's perfectly fine. However, if you're facing a Lamar Jackson, he may not be the guy that's fast enough for you, so you'll have to put a linebacker or someone on the line. Like my man Junior, what I would do is I would put Junior on the line. Okay, so Junior would go on the line and I'll put him in the spy and allow my man Chris Jones to pass rush or go on a QB. Well, you know what? Yeah, to pass rush because we're gonna have my man Junior on a spy. So right here, we're gonna baseline again, and you could do this. People are like, oh, you don't have enough time. I know that the defensive lag is horrible and it stops me a lot from being able to make the adjustments that I want. However, I still can. So what you can do with Thompson is man up the tight end. So if he tries to throw something straight, then it's all yours. So you see we have cloud flats and we have pretty much the only weak spot of the field is going to be where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I can pick off whatever I want right here. So this is a very good shell. This is a very good setup. I'm telling you guys, it's starting to become one of my favorite. Now they can still get you on a quick out route. So if he takes my man number 18 over here on the left side, quick out route, he can get that. But I'm not playing for that. I'm playing to stop the deeper routes. This is a defensive setup to help you stop the backfield and still have really good coverage underneath. You know, but there are still routes that'll be able to get you. So you have to be careful, and you also have to be wary of the screens, man. They always get me in this game. I never play the screens. Now, okay, so to stop the flood concepts, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to just select new play. so I can show you guys how to stop the flood concept very easy within this play. So flood concepts are when they send a flat, a streak, and a corner route. So the streak is going to clear out your defense. The flat route goes to the sideline, like it's like a table route, just goes out to the side for like 0 yards, and then they have a corner route that goes over your cloud. So what they're doing is they're isolating your cloud flat to pick either or, the low or the high. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to get you. But I'm going to show you guys the setup right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these to 20, okay? And then we're going to go back to the nickel 3-3-5 because everybody knows you run flood concepts against cover 2. And if they do concept, you'll see, I don't know if it's, I think they have flood right here. You see, this is what I mean right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and let them run. Just show you guys a simple one. Let's do the gun bunch flood. You see exactly what I'm talking about right there. So what I'll do is I'll base align, put my blues the way I want, right? I'm using the blitzer. And then what I do is I take A, put him on a curl flat, shade underneath, and then take this guy, right? Make sure he's on the right, on the side he's supposed to be, and put him on a curl flat. So it look like this. So now it's just dependent on speed. Is your players fast enough to keep up with the tight end on the flat? And are we gonna have someone to stop that corner route right there? As you'll see, my man didn't play he stopped on the flat route defense, but let me show you what I mean. So if you're trying to stop the flood concept, we'll just come to the instant replay, just trying to give you guys extra leverage, an extra advantage on your opponent when you're playing against them. So you'll see the flat route comes out, okay? So I already have the hard flat there. I got my curl flat set to 20. So when the guy tries to make that out route on this flood, I got him waiting for it. And then we got the streak obviously covered. However, what I don't like is that my blue reacted like if it was a cover 3, and that's something you just got to deal with in this game, bro. Your outside thirds are gonna react the way this guy reacted, so you could still get beat on something like this, man. You know what I mean? This could have got me beat right here if my opponent was smart enough to run it. So you have to be careful with that. Usually your opponents aren't smart enough to realize that they can run cover 3 beaters. However, you could just change him to a quarter, okay? You can change him to a quarter, something to that effect. Let me show you guys in the setup really quick. So choose new play. I actually should just kept the damn play, the same play. That's my bad, homies. I'm keeping you guys here longer than you're supposed to. My bad, man, my bad. So Tampa 2, and let's go ahead and go right back to flood. All right, so to set this up, what I recommend you do is put B on a deep half. Let me show you what I mean. Base align, A inside third, B is gonna go on a deep half, okay? And then X is gonna go on an outside third. So it'll look like this, because we already have a deep half out there, and that's how we're gonna stop the flood concept to the right. Then we're gonna take A, put him on a curl flat, okay? And then shade him underneath, and make sure this guy's on the right side of the field so his purple goes to the right. And this is how we wanna run it right here. Now, if we set this up right, the quarterback will probably roll out left because he's got nowhere to go. However, I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just see how well we know this. Okay, yo, he's got the running back right here, but there's really nobody open right there. We got everything locked up. We got the whole flood concept locked up, and it's just great, man. So those are just some of the adjustments that you can use. Remember, if you want to stop flood concepts, that's how you do it. It's very easy. Just set your curls to 20, put a hard flat first, and then put your curl route, and it's that easy. Love you guys, man. Peace.